am so blessed. What? What is that? Who did Brian put you up to that? What? Yeah, let's do the last verse one more time, everybody. Here we go. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Yay, Chris and Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Chris Kimbler has never, ever made a mistake in a song, and there you go. How funny. Isn't it nice that we can learn to err graciously, right? So, yeah, good job, Chris. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. You're our teacher today. May I come over there and touch your feet because you have taught me? Okay, all righty. So welcome, everybody. I'm Bonnie. I'm one of the ministers here, and here we are at the Ventura Center for Spiritual Living, where we aspire to be love, share love, and serve love. Welcome also to our folks that are viewing online. And I'm going to start with a few announcements here. So we've got a website. You all know the web address, right? www. Okay, never mind. I don't need to say it. There it is. Okay. We have a choir, Hearts and Harmony Choir. It's most Sundays from 11:30 to 12:30. They rehearse downstairs in person. Choir is super fun, y'all. So if you sing or if you don't sing, just come and join the choir. It's going to be really fun for you. Okay, and then we also have, where is it? There it is, Science and Spirituality. That is a book study that meets every month on the third Wednesday. It's hybrid, so you can come in person or you can join online. The book that they're looking at this month is Power versus Force, and our friend Peter over there is the person to speak to if you want to learn more about that. I think that's all I have for right now. So let me call forth, there he is, Dr. Bill Hadris, who will lead us in our youth message. There you go. I promoted you, didn't I? Yeah, there you go.
Would the youth like to join me? Cool.
All right. Here comes Ruby. Hi, you guys. Good to see you. Welcome. Okay, then.
Thank you for joining. All right. So to start, I'm going to start with a quote from Ernest Holmes. He said, "Imagination carries with it feeling and conviction, which means life and action. It awakens within us all the inner forces of nature and stirs into action latent powers which otherwise would never come to the surface." So, how do we enact or initiate our imagination? Any thoughts?
Well, you just start imagining something.
Start imagining something.
Right.
Perfect. Well, for some people, it helps. If you take a second, maybe close your eyes, breathe, and then listen to your intuition. Feelings are like our guidance system, and they can help us decide which decisions to make and what actions to take. We are all creative beings. It is our nature. Your imagination will tell you what to do. So now that we've thought of something, then what? What do we do next?
I don't know.
Don't know. All right. Well, I suggest you step out of your comfort zone. Hang on a second. Call up your superpower. What superpower do we all have? You remember? No.
I do.
You do?
Because
It's the best when everyone gets together.
Oh, it is. I love it. Well, there's another one we all have. Does anybody remember what that one is? I talk about it almost every week.
Strength.
Strength. Strength is one of them. Anybody remember now?
Exactly.
And courage.
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 Excellent.
Okay.
But with our courage, we can be brave, but always remember, do no harm and come from a place of peace. Now, you know what to do, and you have the power to do it. What next? Oh,
When we want to do stuff, we do stuff what we want to do.
excellent. I'll summarize. Let's do it, right? Embrace. Perfect. But with that, embrace those imperfect moments,
Right?
right? Life's imperfections are filled with beauty. Sometimes it's not about the end result. It's about the process or the journey. So I invite you all to repeat after me. Courage fills my body and radiates from my heart.
Courage fills my body and radiates from my heart.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are the part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You're part of me. Thank you. You are the face of God. Thank you, everybody. And now we'll hear some prayer from our practitioner, Vicki.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And how blessed we are to be reminded by the children that being together is a beautiful thing. So join me in returning to that place, your heart, where courage and intuition and peace and so many wondrous things that come from the one energy of this universe, this one beautiful, vibrant energy of peace and love and happiness. This energy is God. And I feel the radiance of this in every cell of my being. I give thanks, so much thanks, for the love that is in this service today. I know it unfolds exactly the way that a universe wants it to, and it is all divinely arranged for us. I know that the music with Chris and Leslie inspires us and opens us and reminds us to shine in each other's eyes and each other's hearts, and to ripple peace through our hearts, to ripple grace through our presence and service, and to always, always bless everything that is. So grateful to know that this day is perfect, whole, and complete, and that Reverend Bonnie flows with beauty and love and abundant God energy today. So I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I release my prayer into God's love, knowing it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
So let us continue to breathe in that spaciousness, in that power, in that presence. Inspired by Vicky's words, opening our hearts to be that which is, aligning with the grace and the greatness of the universe, the power and the presence of the One. Whether we call it God or spirit or higher power, whether we call it the quantum field or energy or the universe, let us know that we are part of it and it is all of us. That we align with that now as we open our hearts to receive it. For it has never, ever gone anywhere. It is right where we are. And yet by turning our attention to it, we awaken to it and we allow it to flourish within us, and fill us. And as we do this for ourselves, we also recognize that since there is only one of us, we are flourishing and remembering for all beings everywhere. For the animal kingdom, for the other humans here on planet Earth, for the grains of sand, for the stars, for the sun, for the trees and the flowers and every single thing, animate and seemingly inanimate. It is all the power and the energy of that field, that quantum field that we call God. And so in the spirit of that remembrance, let us remember our true nature and the true nature of everything as we turn within and as we breathe and as we relax and as we let go. And together we sing, I am remembering who I am, remembering the truth of our being for all beings everywhere. Here we go. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am peace. I am remembering who I am. I am love. I am remembering who I am. We are one. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Resting in the power and the presence of the oneness, the I am presence that is all of us. Let us breathe in deeply. And then exhale, gently opening our eyes as love, and in service to what is, as it is, and so it is. Namaste.
Good morning. I'm singing a song that was calling me to sing. It's like these songs, sometimes I think of them, and it was substantiated, this thought, by Bob Weir, the co-founder of the Grateful Dead. And he was in an interview that I got to watch on, I think, CBS. And he was talking about songs being little critters. And they have their own little spirit. And they want to be sung. They want to be heard. So today, I sing this song, I Carry Your Heart. And what I want you to think about is your heart, the divine heart. I carry it. We all carry it. And it's in you. It's in me. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true, and it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always mean is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Thank you, Leslie, and thank you, Chris. Good job, both of you. Thanks. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay, so the talk this morning is, are we doing enough? Are we? I'll tell you, I struggled with this because I am constantly feeling like I'm not doing enough to change myself, change the world, be a better person, take care of all the animals in my home, and take care of the church and all that stuff. It just feels exhausting sometimes. Is anyone else here exhausted? Yeah, I see some hands, right? You know, and the world seems particularly chaotic right now. I don't know if it's more chaotic than usual or we're just able to notice it more because of social media and the news and all of that. But, you know, it seems like a lot of people are distressed and feeling angry or sad or helpless. And there is this urge to somehow do more and to show up in a way that heals, that helps, that solves the world problems for the good of all, to right the wrongs, and to lift everybody up in the process. And so the question, are we doing enough, am I doing enough, can be motivating at times, but I think my point is that sometimes it can also lead us to a feeling of helplessness when we say, no, I'm not doing enough, nobody can do enough. And it leads us to despair, and that leads us to either rage or complacency or something that is not particularly helpful, something that will not get the job done or open up for the truth to be revealed. But I found a poem recently that I thought might help, and this is just part of it, but I'm going to read it to you, okay? This is in the spirit of Are We Doing Enough? It's by Marian Wright Edelman, and she is an active person in the civil rights movement and particularly an advocate for children. And she wrote, I cannot preach like Martin Luther King Jr. or turn a poetic phrase like Maya Angelou, but I care and am willing to serve. I am not holy like Archbishop Tutu, forgiving like Mandela, or disciplined like Gandhi, but I care and am willing to serve. God is not as easy as it used to be to frame an issue and forge a solution, but I care and I'm willing to serve. My mind and body are not so swift as in youth, and my energy arrives in spurts, but I care and I'm willing to serve. I'm so young, nobody will listen. I'm not sure what to say or do, but I care and I'm willing to serve. I can't see or hear well, speak good English. I stutter sometimes, am afraid of criticism, and get real scared standing up before others. But I care and am willing to serve. I think everybody in this room cares. And I think that all of us are trying to find our path of service to help make our lives and make the lives of others a better place, a better way of being. And what I love about this poem is that the author acknowledges that she doesn't have everything and she can't do everything. She's comparing herself to others and seeing how she is not like them, kind of like me and Gandhi, right? You all know I have Gandhi guilt because I'm around Gandhi people all the time, and I think I should be more like Gandhi. But I'd like to tell you something about Gandhi, by the way. I digress here. You know, I had a revelation about my Gandhi guilt the other day. I was thinking about how Gandhi was so disciplined, and I'm not, okay? How many of you gained weight over Christmas and haven't lost it yet? Okay. Anyway, I was thinking about Gandhi and how he was so disciplined and how he was so powerful, and then I thought, yeah, but you know, you're not going to ask Gandhi to slap on a kimono and sing the flower duet from Madame Butterfly, right? Right? Gandhi can't sing opera, and I can, or at least I used to be able to, so there you go. Anyway, did not mean to go off on that tangent, people. Here we are. The author acknowledges that she can't do everything, but she can do something. She can do something, and she cares, and she's willing to serve. And I'm going to acknowledge that her caring leads her into a place where her willingness to serve and her caring leads her into a place where she recognizes what that type of service is to be for her. She doesn't have to do Gandhi's job. She doesn't have to do Martin Luther King's job. She doesn't need to do Ram Dass's job. She doesn't need to do Jesus's job. She just needs to show up and care and be willing to serve. Willing to serve. She can align with that within her that longs to express and allow that to lead her into her perfect area of service. The same is true for each of us. I'm sure everybody here cares, and everybody here can serve in some tiny way. We'll get to that tinyness in just a minute. But for now, I invite you just to ask yourself, what is mine to do? What do I care about? And just ask, am I willing to serve to start? Because I can pretty much guarantee if you are willing to serve and you care, there may be a part of you that wants to do everything all at once. And I don't know if that's really helpful. I'm inviting us today to step back and take a look at the bigger picture. I encountered this the other day on a phone call. I was doing a Zoom call with some friends, and one of my friends who lives in India, in Mumbai, she said, she had us all look at our palms. And do this now with me now. Look at your palm, right? And you can see all the lines, right? Now put your palm right up by your nose. Can you still see all the lines? Y'all are so cute. Will you do that again? That's so cute. Yeah, you can't see the lines. If we're too close to something, if we're too close to our angst or our concern about the world, we can't necessarily see what we have to do, what we're called to do. There's a story about a woman, I don't know her, but I've heard of her. She lives in I believe she's Vietnamese. Her name is Hung Mai, and she is a social entrepreneur who experiments with permaculture. Now, I had to look up permaculture. It's sort of like a way of gardening and organic gardening, but she says that the approach of permaculture is to create regenerative systems that work in harmony with nature rather than against nature. She says that this creates greater sustainability, greater care for the earth, and she also said that healthy plant life depends 95% on nature. But there's 5% that we get to do, and that is cultivating the organic material in the soil. The plant, the world, needs that 5%. And she uses this as a metaphor, saying that most of us are lunging after the 95%, thinking that we need to do more, we need to do 90% or 85% or even 75% of the work of the world. But really, she said that wisdom is knowing your 5%, the part that is genuinely yours to do, offered with full presence. And this isn't passivity, it's precision. It's trusting that the field holds more than you can see. And honestly, that's part of what we teach here, is we teach that we work on ourselves, that we are here to work on ourselves, we are here to open our hearts to greater love and greater beingness and greater presence of spirit within us. And then that triples into our relationships, and then that creates a field where something great can emerge, greater possibilities that exceed the possibilities that are being presented to us right now. We move into the field of emergence that allows the greater yet to be to come forth. We can be part of that change. It's subtle, but we can be part of that change. So again, the questions for this morning is, what might be my 5%? What is mine to do? And where and how can I serve with precision and confidence? And this is the most important one. Can I allow my 5% to be enough? I can allow my 5% to be enough to know that you're doing your 5%, and you're doing your 5%, and you up in the balcony are doing your 5%, and everybody is doing their 5%, and together they converge to create this field. It is that thing that we talk about sometimes, that we prefer a manageable complexity to an unmanageable simplicity. And the unmanageable simplicity is trust. Trusting that what I am here to do, what I am called to do, is enough if I show up with precision and confidence and presence. How do we discern our 5%? Howard Thurman said, to listen for the sound of the genuine. This is in a speech that he wrote for Spelman College, a commencement address that he did at Spelman College. And he invites the graduates to listen for the sound of the genuine within them. What is real for you? What is true for you? And also to listen to the objections that come up. I know that when I graduated from ministerial school, we had to write a statement about our ministry. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I meditated and I prayed. And my statement was something about to wonder at the grace of God with mere words. And lo and behold, despite the fact that I said, you'll never make a living doing that, here we are, wondering at the grace of God with mere words, the words that cannot capture the beauty and the power and the presence of that which is the one. Howard Thurman, in his speech to Spelman College, also talked about a story about a friend of his that was blind. And he asked her, what is the hardest thing about being blind? Jerry Seinfeld says it's not knowing if there's bugs in your food, but sorry, that just popped into my head and it came out of my mouth, so that happens from time to time. But this woman said that the hardest thing about being blind was to be in a group of people and not know that she is being heard and received, that she can't read the room, she can't read faces, and she doesn't know if people are recognizing her. No sign of recognition. And he said that in the speech about the sound of the genuine, because I'm sure that the sound of the genuine within us, that thing within us that is longing to express the hidden treasure that longs to be known, that if it had feelings, which it probably does, if it had feelings, it's saying, why don't you recognize me? Can you acknowledge me? Please, call me forth. Allow me to be. Allow me to express. First see who I am, and then allow me to express in the world. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we all did that? And we all had faith in the genuine within us. So we listen for the sound of the genuine, and Howard Thurman also said, learn what makes you come alive. Don't ask what the world needs, but ask what makes me come alive, because the world needs people who have come alive. Recognize that in yourself. What makes you come alive? I'm going to tell you some characteristics of, I think, what makes us come alive. And that it's something that you would do for free. You do it just out of love. You're unattached from the outcome. You just do it because you have to do it. It may not make sense to the conditioned ego. The conditioned ego is always looking for results. It changes you. Gandhi, in the work he did with liberating India from British rule, he invited people to use a spinning wheel and spin, and he said it's not because India needs more thread, it's because the act of spinning changes the spinner. And it may feel too small, but we have to start somewhere. We start with what makes us come alive. Now, a way to gain confidence in the sound of the genuine within us is to listen and appreciate the sound of the genuine in others. Listen and appreciate the sound of the genuine in others. I read a story about this recently. It was a story written about Rachel Remen, and I actually was in a seminar where she told a part of this story. And she talked about how when she goes and visits Rachel Remen, do you all know who she is? She's, okay, oh, good, okay, I get to explain. She's an author, she's in their flat choir. Where is she? There she is, she's wearing a Heartivism shirt up in the flat choir, okay? She is an author and a doctor and a healer, and she left her traditional medical practice to start working with healing the healers and also doing work with cancer patients. I don't think she left her practice completely, but she does a lot of healing work with cancer patients and with medical professionals. And I had the privilege of taking a workshop with her several years ago, probably 10 years ago, and this story really stuck with me. Because she said that she went into medical schools and she would sit in a room with the medical students and she would ask them, trying to get to their heart, she would ask them, see if you can tell me the first time that you recognized suffering and wanted to alleviate it. And she said that one student raised her hand and she said that she noticed that there was a hungry dog in her neighborhood and she would give the dog half her sandwich every day. And another one said that he noticed a child in his elementary school sitting by himself at lunchtime, so he would go and sit with him. One little boy, at the age of 3, this grown man told this story about how at the age of 3, when he was in the bathtub and his mother was bathing him, and they were draining the water, and his mother said, "Be careful, don't step on the drain, it's sharp. The drain is sharp, you're gonna cut your foot if you step on it." And he was afraid for the water. He took a washcloth and he put a washcloth partially over the drain so the water wouldn't hurt itself going down the drain. Is that the sweetest thing you've ever heard? And all of these people are becoming doctors now, honoring that sense of the genuine, the sound of the genuine through their acts of compassion. Now I'm going to jump ahead. This is not in the story that Rachel Remen wrote or the story that I read about Rachel Remen, but it's something that she said in the seminar. And I'm going to give you a little trigger warning, okay? I'm going to talk about lawyers, and it has a happy ending, because I don't want anybody to think I'm dumping on lawyers, okay? She asked the same question. She went to law school. And she went to a group of law students and she asked them, when is the first time that you noticed compassion and sought to alleviate it? She said, not a single hand in the room went up. And she was surprised. So she changed the question and she said, when is the first time you noticed injustice and sought to heal that? Every hand shot up. So you see, the sound of the genuine may use different vocabulary for different people, but this urge is implanted in all of us. Sometimes it's well hidden, but this urge is implanted in all of us, and how beautiful it is to not be blind to it, to recognize it, and to respect it. I'm thinking that that's a good question to ask ourselves if we're looking for our 5% or the sound of the genuine within us. What if you were to ask yourself, when is the first time I noticed suffering and did something to alleviate it? Or when is the first time I noticed injustice and did something to heal that? I know for me, when Rachel Remen asked this question in the seminar, my answer was, when I was a child and I would get chocolate Easter bunnies, I would bite the head off first to put the bunny out of its pain when I ate the rest of it. It's true. It's embarrassing, but it's true. And I'll bet everybody has a story like that. So here's an assignment for you. We're building up the social capital here in the work that we're doing here as a spiritual center, as you're wandering around in the social hall afterwards eating your cookies and your candy, why don't you ask somebody, when is the first time you noticed suffering and did something to alleviate it? Or when is the first time you noticed injustice and did something to heal that? Think of what you might learn about each other and that you get to share your part too. Doesn't that sound like fun? Okay. All righty. All right. One more thing, and that is, this idea of being enough is so prevalent in our society. It's not only doing enough, it's am I enough, right? And I was teaching a class fairly recently, and we were talking about healing the world and making changes and all that stuff, and I was asking people, how do you intend to heal the world, and how do you intend to change life and help the life for others become better? And I could feel this doom and this despair descending over the class. And I asked them, you know what? Think smaller. We're always told to think big, but in this situation, think smaller. What is mine to do? And I could just feel the energy in the room shift of, oh, I can do that. I can think smaller. Every single person here in this room has something small that they can do to bring forth the genuine within you. It's going to look different for everybody, and that's part of the beauty of diversity. It's part of the power of diversity. Small is not small. There is no small or large in the realm of infinity. Those are relative principles. We have no idea of the ripples that can come from small acts of goodness. And I'm going to share this quote with you. A minute of kindness is more precious than 100 years of penance. A minute of kindness is more precious than 100 years of guilt or shame or despair or helplessness. These small acts of kindness from a genuine place within us have the power to change the world. And it's more powerful when we recognize and we trust that as we spread this word, my 5% matters, your 5% matters, your 5% matters, you in the balcony, your 5% matters, everybody's 5% matters, and if we all work together, that's a powerful place to bring forth grace and kindness and healing for all. So now I'm supposed to tell you how this worked for me, okay? And I had a recent revelation. I think many of you know that I have a challenging relationship with social media. I got banned from Facebook for life at one point, but I paid a total stranger in Pakistan to get me back on. I kind of regret sometimes that I'm back on social media. Because I know that there's a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of opinions, a lot of rage, a lot of anger, a lot of helplessness, a lot of despair, a lot of projection. And often, like myself with Christmas cookies, I cannot control myself. Doom scrolling. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh, Facebook is so bad. Let's click on that. Facebook is just evil. Oh, let's click on that. I decided in a moment of finding and calling forth the greater yet to be, I decided that Facebook would be my prayer partner. I'm still working on it. But if I click on something or I see something that disturbs me or distresses me, whether it's through rage or falsehood or what have you, I decide, instead of getting caught up in this, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for the person posting. I'm going to pray for the person or people posted about. I'm going to pray for the situation. I'm going to pray for everything. And that prayer is not elaborate. It often just looks like the Buddhist prayer of metta. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be happy. Or it's Tonglen, which is taking in the darkness and then breathing the light out to the situation. But I'm telling you, I have only been doing it for a couple of days because I just discovered this recently. But I think, and I stand in anticipation of how this can change me, like Gandhi's spinning changes the spinner, and that through this change, through this social media that I once disdained, I can become a greater force for good in the world. As a little affirmation of that prayer, I was scrolling again, and I saw a prayer that was written by one of our practitioners. She wanted to be here today, but she can't because she's having brunch with her friends because it's her birthday. It's Jonna. So everybody, she's going to watch this later, so everybody say, happy birthday, Jonna. Yes. And I saw this post, which I told her I invited her to read it, and she said she wasn't going to be here, but she gave me permission to read it. And it may be hard to see because the font is a little small for our structure, but it's going to be online, so you can look at it online, and I'm going to read it out loud to you. Jonna wrote, I need not take on other people's negative energy. I align with the divine and raise my vibration higher. I do not engage in rage. Hurt people hurt people. I position my heart to observe rather than engage in the discord. Loving thoughts keep me aligned with the divine, while bleak ones pull me away from it. My heart, first and foremost, chooses love. Yay, Jonna. Okay, all right, here we go. Jonna's coming next week, by the way, to say a few words about Passover, so you can congratulate her then and just say, thank you, Jonna, then if you want to. But anyway, back to this message here. Can you love yourself enough by finding the genuine within you, by finding your 5% and doing what is yours to do with conviction and affirming that it is enough and doing it with presence and power and knowing that your enough meets my enough and that our enough creates this field of emergence for the greater yet to be, for greater possibilities that we didn't even think of yet? I'm going to invite you to consider that and contemplate it and share it. Share it with others. Share it with your friends in the social hall. Ask questions. Figure out what is the genuine within you and then go ahead and do it. Because, as this poem says, I care and am willing to serve. Your finding your 5%, your genuine, is your willingness, your alignment with the divine presence that willing to serve through each of us, through you, through each of us. So let's read that together. Here we go. I care and am willing to serve. Namaste. Thank you. And so it is. So let us take a moment just to breathe and let go and allow ourselves to be here, present for the presence. Allowing ourselves to be the love that we are, our true nature, our divine calling, our genuine, our peace, our power, our grace, all of that is beauty, power, presence, love, God, whatever it is we call it. It is right here, right now, filling this very room, filling our hearts. We are one with it, and so is everyone else. And so from this place of divine connection, let us know together that we are opening our hearts to be that which we came here to be love, to be peace, to be power, to be justice, to be goodness, to be that force of abundance in the world, that presence, that grace. To allow that to pour through us in that which is ours uniquely. To allow that energy to fill us and to ripple it out, to come back and to fill us again, changing us from the inside out in the joyful expectation that who we are and what we are is enough. May we all work together in this power and this presence to know the truth that sets us free. May we all recognize our oneness with God. May we recognize the oneness of all beings with God, all beings everywhere. May we pray for ourselves. May we pray for others. May we love our enemies. May we bless those who curse us. May we open ourselves up to the grace and the goodness and the power of the one that is expressing itself. And even if it seems imperfect to us, there is this perfection, this inclusion of everything that is in that oneness, in that wholeness. And today we say yes to it. We say yes to this inspiration. We say yes to acknowledging it. We say yes to living it like the truth is true. I am so grateful for this power and this presence, so grateful for this love, so grateful for the transformation that I know is taking place in each of us and in our world. So grateful for this spiritual teaching. I bless all paths to God, all of them, churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, ashrams, fundamentalists, atheists, agnostics, all beings everywhere, trusting and knowing that the grace of God unfolds in all of it. And with a heart that is so filled with grace and goodness, I say thank you, Spirit, thank you, love, and I release these words into the divine mystery. And together we say, and so it is. Namaste. Thank you. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
5%, what a relief. 5%. I'm thinking, I could do more. I need 100%. Oh, no, I'll die.
You're 5%.
5%.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Right now. Ready?
Yeah.
Time's up. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
See ya.
Did you enjoy it?
Okay.
All right. Well, this is our time of giving, and I forgot what I was going to say, so that's what we're going to do. So let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to recite this together,
Here we go.
and let's do this. We
Okay.
trust in spirit.
Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer these gifts. They are an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways so that we may give again. And so it is.
5%.
5%. There you go. Thank you.
How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. How beautiful are the feet. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. Oh, beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings and bring glad tidings of good things. And bring glad tidings of good things, and bring glad tidings of good things, glad tidings of good things. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. How beautiful are the feet. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace, and bring glad tidings, and bring glad tidings, and tidings of good things. And bring glad tidings of good things, and bring glad tidings of good things, glad tidings of good things.
I don't know. That's like not even human how she does that. I don't know. Thank you, Leslie. I'm Reverend Jennifer. I'm also one of the ministers here. We have a few closing announcements before our closing affirmation and song. Again, everything's on our website. If you can't find something on the website, dig around, and if you can't still find it, call the office, and I can help you find what you're looking for. Today is the last day for host signups for Gourmets for God. So if you're on the fence, now's the time to jump off the fence and fill out your form. Kathy and Jen Luce are going to be in the social hall, and we have all the forms and everything and the calendars, and we'll get you all set up. So let's get everybody signed up for hosting Gourmets for God. We also have next month, Reverend Bonnie is teaching her next class, Your Personal Peace Walk. It's going to be a 5-week class. It's offered in person on Thursday evenings and on Zoom on Friday mornings. It's priceless pricing. The sign up is in the social hall, or you can sign up from our website. Also, we send out a weekly newsletter. So if you miss an announcement, the weekly newsletter comes out on Fridays. So everything is in that also. And if you're here, if you're at home, thank you for being here and staying through the announcements. But we have hospitality here in person, so there's hospitality through these doors. We also have a bookstore, the host signups, and the concierge desk for any questions. So all sorts of fun things happening in the social hall, including asking those questions Reverend Bonnie told everybody to ask. What was it? Anybody remember? It was like 20 minutes ago. Dr. David knows. First time that you felt compassion, and the first time you wanted to repair injustice. I would probably open that up to the first time that anything kind of struck you for somebody else. But that's just my audition. Let's see what else we got. All right, and if before you go in there, if you want to anchor into your ideas of compassion and your life callings and your 5%. We have 1-minute miracles with practitioners, so if you'd like to pray with a practitioner, the practitioners have white stoles on, and they will be down here at the front of the sanctuary. And with that, we're going to all rise and close out with our closing affirmation. Everybody taking a deep breath in. I am held in Spirit's holiness, divinely guided by wisdom, courage, and love. I am always connected. I am love. I share love. I serve love. Thank you for my life, and so it is. So it is.
I want to sing, sing, sing. I want to dance, dance, dance. I want to sing, I want to dance. Hallelujah. When those gates are open wide, I'll be standing by your side. I want to sing, I want to dance. Hallelujah. I want to sing, sing, sing. I want to dance, dance, dance. I want to sing, I want to dance. Hallelujah. When those gates are open wide, I'll be standing by your side. I want to sing, I want to dance. Hallelujah. I want to sing, sing, sing. I want to dance, dance, dance. I want to sing, I want to dance. Hallelujah. Swinging star, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. you.